A couple of closing comments before we wrap this up. Google Classroom is a fantastic tool. It does a lot of really great things, but it's not perfect. They are working to add new features all the time, so some of this will probably change soon. First, there's not a good way for parents to view the classroom site. Theoretically, you could add them as students, but they have to have a Google for Education account, and that's different than a regular Google account. So unless they have an email through the school system, they won't be able to access it. And even if you could, if you added them as students, they'd show up in the not done list all the time because they wouldn't be doing the assignments. And as a teacher, I wouldn't like that. But hopefully that's something that will change, and there'll be a publicly viewable version of the class website where they can take a look at what their students are working on, what their children are working on. So for now, the best workaround, I think, for that is to have parents use their students' login information to be able to view the classroom. So make sure you have your students inform their parents that that's how they can see what's going on. They need to log in with the student's account, have the student show them around and how it works. The second thing that isn't real easy is grading. And so when you have grades to turn in, like I have 95 out of 100 on this student here, this is not linked to Skyward. It's not tied to any official grading system. It's just a number that's kept internally. And it would be great if somehow you could grade it in one place and have it end up in both. That's not really functional. There is a way to download grades from Classroom, and you can do download assignment grades from this gear icon up here. Or you can download all grades, and it'll come down in an Excel spreadsheet format. And Skyward has a system for importing grades using Excel spreadsheets. So as long as you get all the numbers lined up right, then you can upload it to Skyward and it'll automatically take the grades. But there's lots of things that don't quite match up, and so it's not real smooth. If you really practiced at it and got everything set up ahead of time, maybe you could get that down to just taking a couple of minutes. But I think in most cases, it's just much quicker to do the grades and then just open up Skyward and add the grades in there manually. That's probably going to be faster. So that's not fantastic. Maybe that'll improve in the future. If entering 2 grades does not appeal to you, there's no reason why you have to continue to enter grades in Classroom. You can just use it as a communication tool and hand out assignments and get students to turn stuff in so you can get a hold of it. But there's no requirement that you enter the grades in here in Google Classroom. You could have this just be the assignment distribution and collection site, and then do all your grades in Skyward. Just tell your students not to pay attention to any grades that they see on Google Classroom. By default, Google Classroom will make every assignment worth 100 points, and so that can be confusing if you're not paying attention to that. Other than those 2 issues, parents not being able to see the website and grades not transferring over to Skyward directly, everything else is fantastic. It's a really great tool, and it allows for a lot of cool collaboration things where the whole classroom can get involved on documents, just like we did here in the Google Sheets example for this class.